Day 646 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 3774, absolute difference between maximum and minimum K elements. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given, sorry y'all, let me see. It says, you are given an integer array nums and an integer k. Find the absolute difference between the sum of the k largest elements in the array and the sum of the k smallest elements in the array. Return an integer denoting this difference. All right, y'all, so that sounds simple enough, but let's go ahead and take a look at these examples anyway, just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So, in example 1, we have our input nums equals an array of integers 5, 2, 2, 4, k equals 2. This means we want this, the k2 largest integers, the 2 largest integers and the 2 smallest integers. It says the k equals 2 largest elements are 4 and 5. Their sum is 4 plus 5, which equals 9. So the largest elements in this array is this 4 and this 5. When we add them together, we get 9. Then it says the k2 smallest elements in the array are 2 and 2. Their sum is 2 plus 2, which equals 4. So these two 2's are the 2 smallest elements in the array, and when you add them together, you get 4. The absolute difference between 9 and 4 is 5, right? 9 minus 4 is 5. So that's why we return 5, because that is the absolute difference of the sum of the largest elements and the sum of the smallest elements. Boom. Now let's go ahead and take a look at example 2. In example 2, our input nums equals an array of integers, just one integer 100, k equals 1. The output this time is 0. It says the largest element is 100, the smallest element is 100. The absolute difference of 100 minus 100 is 0. So since there's only one element in this array, that means it's the smallest element and the largest element, and we're just going to subtract it from itself. And after we subtract it from itself, and because k equals 1, once we subtract it from itself, then the output is 0. Boom, y'all. So now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. Solution is not that difficult, y'all. And guess what, y'all? I got 2 solutions for y'all, so make sure y'all stay around for the second solution so y'all could get double the knowledge today and double the learning. Now, for the first solution, right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to sort the array in ascending order so the smallest and largest elements are positioned predictably at the beginning and the end. So we could just say let nums equal nums dot sorted, just like that, put the parentheses. Boom. Then we're going to store the total number of elements after sorting by saying let n equal nums dot count. Boom. Then we're going to create a variable that will accumulate the difference between the sum of the largest k elements and the sum and smallest k elements. So we come right here, declare a variable called sum, set that equal to 0 just to start. Boom. Boom. Then we're going to iterate k times to process both ends of the sorted array. So we are going to say for I in k, 0 dot dot less than k. We're going to open up the brackets, and we're going to add the ith largest element from the end of the array. So we're going to say sum plus equals nums, or num, square bracket n minus 1 minus I. Then we're going to subtract the ith smallest element which is from the start of the array by coming right here, and we're going to say sum minus equals nums, nums, square bracket I. Boom. Then we need to get the final value representation of the sum of the largest k elements and the sum of the smallest k elements by coming right here, and all we need to do is say return sum, y'all. Boom. So let's give it a run, make sure that runs properly before we submit it. Okay, so let's see. This should be nums as well. Now let's run it, see if that did the trick. It should have, though. Let's see. It's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted. Boom, and look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, y'all. Now, I promised y'all a second solution, so let's get into it, y'all. And guess what? Guess what? We got a one-liner. That's right. We could finish this in one line of code. Actually, excuse me. It's going to be 2 lines of code. I'm sorry about that. 2 little lines of code. Let's get into it. So the first line is going to be let, only because of this constant. This constant is what makes it two lines. But first, let's declare the constant by saying let nums. We have to sort nums. So we have to say let nums equal. Sorry, y'all. Let nums equal nums dot sorted. Boom. So we still have to sort it. Now, this is the line. The line. You know, this the big line. The line. You know what I'm saying? That I was talking about. We're gonna say return nums dot suffix, open up the parentheses, k. And we're going to say dot reduce, open up the parentheses, 0 comma plus. Boom. Then we're just going to subtract that, and this time we're going to say minus nums. So that was the suffix. This time we're going to say minus nums dot prefix, right? Because we sorted it. Then we're going to say k. Boom. Then do the same thing. Dot reduce, open up the parentheses, 0 comma plus. Y'all, that's really all we had to do. Let's give it a run, make sure it runs properly before we submit it. You know how that can be. It's accepted. So let's go ahead and submit this. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. Boom, and look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, y'all. So with that being said, y'all, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.